G'day guys, this is Nick from Stridewise.com with a special guest jeans fader, Albert, also known as Upstateguystyle on Instagram. Hi Albert.
Psyched to be here, dude. Officially.
Thanks for coming out. Albert works a few blocks from here in Midtown Manhattan. We're doing a look at what I am eyeing as like the next big American brand in Selvedge denim. I'm very excited about them, and not just because they have free lifetime repairs, and not just because I got a discount code for you guys, but I did manage to get a discount code, but that was after I was already really crazy about these. Albert is here to help me solve the problem of denim reviews, because there's two kind of steps to reviewing and assessing the quality of a pair of jeans. Number one is what you can see when you get them, right? You get the construction, the stitching, all the little touches like that, but the other side of it is how well they age and how well they fade, which is like what a lot of guys are very invested in. And Albert, so I brought him on not just because he's got a very, very cool Instagram you guys should check out about kind of heritage menswear and timeless style and that kind of stuff, but also because this guy has not just one, but three unbelievably faded pairs of Shockoe Atelier. So what is this jean called? This is the Kojima.
This is the Kojima, and it was actually the second pair that I got from Shockoe. The first was this pair underneath. These were called the Montrose. And I was told, I actually called Shockoe, and I was just like, I don't own any Selvedge denim, which one should I get? And they're like, this is an underappreciated model, American denim.
That's these ones, yeah?
Yeah, they are the Montrose, and I have to say I was really impressed that I called this number. I reached a gentleman there, he told me the story of the jeans, he gave me great advice, he talked me through all the different models. He was very, very patient, and I kind of was immediately feeling this sense of loyalty to the company. I went and I had the Montroses, and then the second pair I got were these Shockoes. So my feed's I think from 2017, so these are about maybe 5-6 years old.
Yeah.
And these were my daily jeans in the city, popping up in the country. So I did wear them, working in them and playing outside, but also a lot of times for work. I wear jeans and a sport jacket to a lot of music events that I go to. So I wore them a lot, and to be honest, I took them out of rotation because I was afraid if I kept just wearing them, they'd be blown through completely. I mean, it could use a little repair, and now I know about the lifetime repair. I should send them back. You know, the crotch is kind of going a little, and you saw the wear on the pockets.
Right. So we'll talk about the denim bit, and then we'll get a bit more into the construction and the brand and stuff. The Kojima is the flagship denim from Shockoe. This is like their go-to, their standard denim. 14.5 ounces, so like that's thicker than your average pair of Levi's, but it's not like comically thick, like some of the Ironheart, like 20+ ounce jeans you'll get out there, like the really thick ones.
Which
that
I own.
breaking in.
I do.
You like Ironheart? I know,
They're
but
good for the winter. They're good for the winter.
What I mean is, this is one of the reasons why this is their flagship denim is because it's approachable. You know, it's got a nice amount of slub in it as well. Like it's got some character. It's still woven on antique shuttle looms, which produces denim that's a bit irregular. Like it has some like little flaws and that kind of stuff. It's not like comically slubby and nappy like I don't know, like Naked and Famous's King of Lords or something, that kind of stuff. Like so, it's a great introduction, but also it's a great like pair for a seasoned fan of raw denim and Selvedge denim, because it does have character. You can see, especially the slub like really comes out with the wear. You get some nice like kind of streaking here. The fades look great, but they're not over the top. Like like I've got some Pure Blue Japans and that kind of stuff that get really, really nappy. And they're cool, but they're more for people who are really, really into Japanese denim. I called Anthony Lupesco, the founder of the brand, I was researching for this review, and he says, the reason we fell in love with this fabric is that it's easy to break in, you don't have a long period of suffering, so it helps folks get into it and have that raw denim experience where you break it in, it fades over time, and it can take a beating. This denim, they actually had a contest on Reddit. Did you know about this? This is another reason why it's so popular. Last year on Reddit, they had a fade contest, and you know, you can, on screen we've got the pair that won, which is, they look good, but if Albert had been able to edge to his, it would have been amazing. To be fair, I think you only had like 6 months to fade them, and that's what that guy got his fades in. And these have like several.
They did look pretty good after 6 months. I actually haven't worn these much lately for the reasons I told you. I think for the longest time I was wearing like a wallet with a lanyard, and that was that. Yeah, so that's the back. I think they held up beautifully. I tend to wear these now just for contrast. Like if you're wearing a dark jacket, the really light color of these now really accents it well. And like I said, I'm trying to keep them in the rotation by not overwearing them. So I'm bringing others up to speed.
So that's that denim. I have a midweight pair of jeans, blue jeans at the moment that I'm trying to get through. So I asked for a black pair, but they said this is like their second favorite denim. So this is a black denim. It's about the same weight, and it is from Louisiana, and it's stonewashed. So this is one of the few pairs that isn't raw. That it's been washed because they told me that this particular denim shrinks quite a lot, so they wanted to wash it before they sent it to people. But the stone washing makes it really, really nice and soft. They said they just kind of like this sort of like 90s kind of finish, like the stone washing on denim, but only when it's black. They don't love it on blue. So this is not very 90s looking, but it is like a bit stone washed looking, and it lightens it up a little bit and makes it easier to wear with like straight black tops.
Well, I like them. These are great. I mean, they're really soft. I mean, you're going to definitely want to wear those immediately.
Yeah. My pair is this is the Ivy fit, which is their high-rise relaxed tapered jean, because I have kind of a big ass and thighs. I can't wear skinny in any brand, and there are plenty of brands that I kind of are very difficult for me to wear because I like to have a taper and a high-rise and a relaxed thigh and a taper. But I'm really impressed with the fit here. Anthony, the founder, his dad used to work in tailoring and suit making in Italy.
Oh, cool.
And so he's really good at like pattern making, and he's basically the production manager for Shockoe, and he's responsible for a lot of like fine tuning. And I don't know, partly it's because the fabric is soft, but I really like the way that these fit on my body.
And you were down there, it's in Richmond, right?
He's in Richmond. I haven't visited him yet, but
no?
I'm gonna get down there. We'll talk about the denim a bit, but I also want to talk about the construction, because that's really kind of shines here. Because like this brand is very much about giving you like a go-to pair of jeans that you can just like wear and wear and wear, and like that's like your trusty companion, you know, like a product that you'll bond with, that'll become part of you and your lifestyle, and you'll like develop this like emotional kind of attachment to it. And
I love you. No, that's kind of weird.
And like Anthony's dad worked in a factory as well, like his family worked in a factory rather, and he said growing up that he really liked this idea of at the end of the day having like a tangible product that you can hold in your hands, and he wanted to do that. And because it's made in America, he said this in this video, he says,
since we're making something in America, I figured you can't get much more stereotypical than a pair of jeans.
And like jeans like denim pants and dungarees, they've got like a long history in like Europe and in India as well. Like dungarees is actually from the Dongri neighborhood of Mumbai, where they used to wear a lot of denim pants. But it was Levi Strauss who came from Germany to New York, and he patented riveted pocket, which is in 1872 in the United States.
I have to say, hanging with you, I am learning things about jeans that I've owned now for probably 5 to 7 years. I don't even know. Now that you pointed it out, I will say I noticed my pockets, there are the rivets, and I can tell because I do have one pair of jeans where the back pocket has ripped here. Now I'm seeing the rivets thinking, that's why they put the rivets there.
That's right.
So that's cool, and they are secure after all these years. So that's interesting.
Yeah, my most worn pair, they're over there somewhere, but I've got some footage of them. They are my pure blue Japans. They're tearing away at the pocket. Not quite, but they're wearing through quite noticeably.
Another thing that makes the pockets very durable are they are lined, and I can't tell you offhand what other brands do. But these lined pockets are basically giving an extra layer. You're not going to see quite as many of your pocket items, your keys, and whatever else you carry in your pocket poking through. And the other thing I did not know until you pointed it out, you noticed on these rivets. First of all, the Shockoe, I don't know, did they tell you what the flower is? It's Richmond, Virginia. It could be a tobacco leaf.
Okay.
But on the back of the buttons and the rivets are these leather. It just looked like they put a piece of leather between the rivet itself and the denim. Mm-hmm. And I'm assuming that means they can replace these and do things with these without putting undue wear on the denim itself.
Yeah, so there's a lot of stuff that you don't often see in these sorts of brands, and all the stuff that's for durability. The rivets and the buttons, they're leather backed. That's so they can kind of pry in there, because oftentimes when jeans get sent back for repairs, or when someone else is doing repairs on jeans, you often need to remove the rivets, even though the point of rivets is that they just can never be taken out, right? So to get the rivets out, it often damages the fabric. So it's really cool. So it's not just that like they're made in America, which is more than enough for a lot of people. It's not just that the denim is really, really cool as well, and obviously fades beautifully and is like
really
sturdy.
Does.
They offer free lifetime repairs, which is great, but they also have all this extra stuff to kind of keep you from having to send them back and costing them money. Like they want these jeans to last as long as they can. So all these like little touches, like I've got a lot of jeans, I don't have any other jeans with riveted back pockets, for instance, and these like leather back rivets, all this kind of stuff. It's really, really cool. And also, it's a pretty small company. but they have a pretty nice array of fits. Normally, for the smaller denim companies like this, they'll have like a straight leg and they'll have like a skinny, you know? And even a lot of bigger ones like Kato, Hirashi Kato is a brand that I have, and they don't have anything that fits me. I had to buy a big pair and get them altered because they didn't offer like high-rise relaxed taper. These guys have the high-rise relaxed taper. They've got like straight legs, they've got skinny, and they've got it in a variety of fabrics as well. And they've also got like trousers, like chinos. That's another really cool thing about this company. Do you know how much they cost?
$250, $280 in that range.
Yeah.
Definitely under $300.
They're under $300.
The Montroses were under $200, which is I didn't even think about it.
Don't remind people about inflation.
Sorry, let's forget about that. True, inflation, but I also think it was that was their entry-level jean at the time.
Don't remind people about jeans that don't sell anymore.
Never mind. I will say Shockoe's really done a great job over the last couple of years, and I've sent them notes. They've really diversified what they sell. I can't believe they went from just a couple of basics to different colors, different styles. I think the pants there that they're doing look fantastic, and I also just think their presentation, how they're communicating what they're doing, has just gotten better and better. So I gotta commend them. In my little world, I would say that they've really shown a vision for where they're trying to take the product.
But I've seen other American brands that will offer a product very similar to this. There'll be some differences, but generally like the same sort of construction and the same sort of denim, often from the same sort of mill, for $100, sometimes $200 more. And I wouldn't fault Shockoe if they sold these jeans for $100 more, to be honest. Like for an American-made Selvedge denim jean, especially with these kind of extra construction bonuses, I would forgive them if they were $350, but they're under $300. So mine, the Stonewashed black ones, at the moment they're $250, and the Kojima ones $275, I think.
Yeah.
Which is it is a remarkable price for what they're offering and the kind of customer service they offer as well. One thing I forgot to say: the average pair of jeans takes between 7 and 12 minutes to make. Shockoe takes 1.5 to 2 hours to make that jean. So that's another explainer for the price there.
Wow, what could you make in 7 to 12 minutes?
A woman very unhappy.
Oh dear, I didn't expect that one.
I can make a woman real disappointed. Albert and I were gonna head down to Virginia and check out the place. Otherwise, listen, Shockoe is really legit. There's a link in the description below if you wanna check them out. And this is just like a brand that I'm super excited about. I think they're doing a lot of things right, and especially with the price. And if you check out the raw denim subreddit, people just are only singing their praises there. Like the community really likes them, and the jeans themselves are like really legit, and obviously they look beautiful after several years. Albert, thank you for coming on the channel. This extremely niche, small, unsearched for video.
I was totally into the idea of helping them out. They're great.
Cool. All right, sweet. Well, subscribe here as well if you want to learn more about Selvedge denim, heritage fashion, men's boots, and stuff that's made to last. And follow Albert on Instagram, Upstateguystyle. We'll see you for the next one.